Hello and welcome to the Talking Point. What was last week's topic?
It was the
Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Video VGX awards that, by all accounts, were fucking shocking.
I saw nothing but cringy moments, but then I was watching the cringe reel, so
Yeah.
that's probably why. It felt a bit amateur.
Basically, Spike no longer give a shit.
Yeah.
And their own awards were hosted by two of the most dense-sounding bastards I have ever seen. One of whom seemed to be permanently pissed.
The thing is, he wasn't like endearingly drunk.
No,
he was obnoxiously
He was
drunk.
that drunken twat that you throw at the bar at the first opportunity.
Exactly. And the whole kind of thing played towards the whole kind of geek gamer, the stereotype gamer.
Well, to me, do you want to know what it felt like it was being pitched at? It was being pitched at the Xbox Live 13-year-old twat.
Yeah, it wasn't something I could sit and enjoy.
No.
And that is where I feel it went wrong. But then it was the Video Game X Awards rather than the Video Game Awards.
Yeah.
Why the hell it needed an X?
That's a question.
Let's
for an
be down with the
entire
kids and put an X on it. It's pretty much what they did. It was
Yeah.
awesome to the max.
So we asked everybody else what was their game of the year, their studio of the year, and their most anticipated game.
Yeah, we managed to narrow it down for a change to something a bit more.
So we'll start with YouTube and Joshua Phillips. Good selection here. He went with game of the year is Assassin's Creed 4 because he'd been worried that 3's protagonist being too much of a moralist, and they were assassins. However, 4's is an out-and-out pirate, and it seems a nice turnaround and back to reality.
He likes a bastard, basically.
Yeah.
Is what he's
Basically, he likes a git. But fair
humans?
play.
No, we don't want a human. Just give me a murderer.
It's a game, who cares? Studio, he went with Telltale, because they consistently make incredible stories.
Yeah.
And most anticipated game, he went with Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is very popular in this list. You'll see
it's a solid choice.
Yeah.
You can't blame them though. I mean, every video I see of Watch Dogs, I want it now.
Yeah.
I kind of get the feeling that they've put it back just to make it bigger and better after playing Grand Theft Auto. Because ultimately, there are going to be parallels drawn between the two. GTA and Watch Dogs are both open world, kind of do as you want, one with a technological twist. So I hope it is as, maybe not as big as, but as detailed as.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Firehawk Shadow Child came in with some different ones. He went with Assassin's Creed 4 for the game of the year. But he just showed that Ubisoft have managed to release a game in a short time, proves that Call of Duty isn't. The annual thing can be done properly if the company is willing to put the effort into it.
Yeah.
So that's why he said Assassin's Creed 4, although he wouldn't have said that weeks ago, but then he wouldn't have played it weeks ago. Studio, he went with Fire Axis for the way they can produce meaningful extensions to already great games.
Fair enough.
And most anticipated game of 2014, Shadowrun Online, because it's a Kickstarter game that he actually chipped into. And yeah,
I like the fact they've taken a different approach to that, because I went game of the year, studio of the year.
Yeah.
That was pretty much my train of thought.
Yeah.
But I suppose I'm a bit linear and retarded in that sense.
And Mr. Lockwood went with, for studio, Naughty Dog, because he's a bit of a PS3 fanboy, like we are. For Game of the Year, Telltale's The Walking Dead. Now, we had a bit of a check on this, and if he bought the retail version, then it is this year.
Yeah, still counts. And it's the problem with episodic games as well.
Yeah.
Because is a game an episode? Not really. It's
the entire thing.
Yeah.
The bundle only came out as a retail package this year. So we'll let him have that one.
Yeah, he's got a point. But I'm pretty sure they did amazingly well last year, so I'm guessing they were off the cards because of that.
Watch Dogs for his looking forward to, as a lot of people. But then he changed his mind because he saw the trailer for Dying Light, and having watched the same trailer, I'm now looking forward to that one because it looks. Its tagline is Mirror's Edge with zombies, and it looks like Mirror's Edge with zombies.
You get a big axe as well.
Yeah.
And they mentioned a double-handed axe,
Yeah.
which I want to see being able to chop a zombie in half.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's lots of zombies.
Yeah.
Ridiculous amounts of zombies. It actually looks scary. It looks like what Zombie U
should have
been.
Yeah.
Really. So
And
that'd be fun.
he said he went on to explain why he didn't pick Last of Us. We
always disagree.
We know Lockwood. We've got this. We've had this discussion numerous times with him. We have invited him on. He can come and argue with Gal.
I think he loves zombies too much. I think because they said no, this isn't a zombie. It's an infected with spores and things. I think that's it.
I'm sure
lost him on that one.
I'm sure they have paws as well.
Yeah.
They're still human at the end of the day.
I'm sure there's someone now thinking paws like a dog. No.
No.
But he's obsessed with zombies.
Yeah, he is a bit obsessed.
I still don't understand how he didn't get the full Last of Us. I don't understand.
No, he's not the only person I know.
Yeah, Roy was the same.
There's
as
a few of the people I know that didn't get into it as much as we did, and fair enough. Everybody's different, so you can't really argue against that.
I think it is very much it's a story game.
And then we had the entire talking point about it, and there was a lot of hype there.
Yeah.
And if some people got to it at the back end of the hype and after they'd got to GTA 5, would you have looked at Last of Us in the same light? I think I probably would have. But I think it may have tempered it.
It's what you play a game for. You have games like Last of Us, which are their story.
Yeah.
I mean, Last of Us, we know it has gameplay flaws. You can point them out after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect game, but the story, the atmosphere, the acting, it was brilliant. The fact I'm referencing acting in a game, it says it is something special. If you play an MMO, you play it more for the social aspect.
Yeah, you
do. Basically, it's a game of mini games. There's an MMO in it, but the fact is, you get to do it with all your mates, and it's like when you sit around playing Mario Party. Lots of little games can be fun if you've got lots of your mates to play it with. And I think it is very much just two separate things.
Yeah.
GTA is getting brilliant press, and I think GTA gets a lot of good press because of the multiplayer. Because you don't stop playing it, you just carry on. I'm still playing it now. I'm still playing Last of Us.
We'll stick with GTA, and we got Roy. No, stop it. No, he went with GTA 5 for Game of the Year with GTA Online. Was hoping for much more from Last of Us, but it didn't deliver. Studio of the Year, easy way would be Rockstar, since they went with I can't read it.
It would be easy to go GTA because Rockstar because of GTA.
But he actually went with Square Enix because of the effort they did on Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
A Realm Reborn, which I still have yet to play, but I really want to because their customer support apparently helped him out loads. And being an MMO, it may have its bug, but if the customer support can handle that, then that's definitely a win.
My annoyance with this is because he says about the customer support mostly replied within a day.
Yeah.
Fuck that! I want to reply within 15 minutes. I can't play my game. All of my friends are playing the game without me. Get me back online. Oh, they've replied within a day. I'd be pissed off. I know this is different entirely because I don't play MMOs, but I just...
sheer mass of people playing, and the servers really did go a bit wrong. So the sheer number of people that they were dealing with to get dealt with in a day is good.
I just find it frustrating, especially if all my friends are
and
playing.
On customer services, I have to tip my hat to Sony's customer service. Because they
got it sorted?
Yeah, it's all sorted. They took it in. The tech people rang me back and said, "Yep, you know what? We've never seen this before, mate.
Well done. Do you get asked for an achievement?
Yeah. Well done.
White dot.
Well done. This is a new one on us. Do you want?" They actually rang up to ask if I wanted the replacement camera shipped to the address that I'd already given them, or whether I needed it shipped somewhere else.
Nice.
And when I rang up to deal with the problem in the first place, the woman on the end of the phone thanked me for being calm and collected, because apparently she'd had a bad day.
You can imagine, can't
one
you?
of those days, because it was the day after lunch, so everybody was screaming. Why? She thanked me for being reasonable and calm, and I just went, well, it's not your problem.
This is what
It's not your fault that my thing's gone wrong. I just need you to fix it.
I don't understand stress heads that shout and scream. The person on the end of the phone did not build your console.
The person on the end of the phone didn't build your console. They are the person, however, that's going to see how quickly you get resolved.
Yeah.
And
Even be nice to anyone.
And outside of that, if you're going to buy day one hardware, you accept the fucking risk.
Hell, if it was an Xbox 360,
Yeah.
you remember the launch for them? The Red Ring of Death was like, it was just everywhere.
Well, it was.
It was an epidemic.
It was an epidemic, not at launch though. It was an epidemic 2 months later.
A few months down the line, wasn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, we're still waiting. We've still got time for a Red Ring level episode.
I'm still expecting it. I just feel like both consoles have been rushed out the door.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know which one it'll come from, but yeah, there's still time for a Red Ring level event.
Yeah, sorry, where
Roy, most anticipated, he didn't pick one because he's hooked on GTA. Get outside! I don't often say this, but put down the controller and go outside.
Given that I'm off work at the moment, yes. I did notice at about 3:20 in the afternoon, Roy came online and loaded up Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
He has a job. He has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
How?
Remember that he is Dutch and the time zones are different.
Yeah, that's an hour. It's still 4:20. Unless he works from home.
No, not completely, but
early.
commutes and he might have left early. But anyway,
it's just wrong.
Craig Albeck, our old friend Turkey Salad Boy, who's due back on the show soon. Game of the Year, Candy Crush Saga, because it proved to the industry that it's okay to make money from females.
The problem is you can't argue with him.
No.
Because Candy Crush Saga is just
but the best bit is it proved that it's okay to make money from females and they have a lot of it.
Well, my argument is I hate these kind of games.
Yeah.
Games that are essentially time wasters. They're not... You don't get anything from it.
No.
At the end of it, if you stop playing a game, you're no better off. I'm not saying Grand Theft Auto is any better off, but a game like Last of Us, you leave and think, wow, that was a brilliant story.
Yeah.
You leave Candy Crush and think, wow, that was Bejeweled.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't understand.
For Studio of the Year, he went a bit... Well, he went sumo digital, which is fair enough. You can't blame him for putting his own studio...
I think he'd be fired if he didn't. Really, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it'd be kind of wrong if he hadn't.
He introduced us
to a new game for his most anticipated game, Super Exploding Zoo on the PS4 and PS Vita. He's played it, and I want to play it, and I want to meet the people who are creating it and shake their hands.
Yeah.
It is what the title says. There are animals, they explode in a zoo.
It's a cool little kind of, I'm going to say casual game.
Yeah.
I hate using the word, but... Where you have animals, you collect more animals, and use animals to blow shit up.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And it looks fun.
Michelle, I'm sorry I'm not reading out your entire wall of text. Game of the Year, she went for Last of Us. Studio of the Year, she went for Naughty Dog. And most anticipated is Watch Dogs. There's always links to all the comments in the thing below or besides wherever YouTube has moved it today.
You look like an air hostess. Here, and here.
Yeah. But there's always links to the comments because they're all public, so you can go and read her full comment. She's got quite a rant this week.
She always does. It's like literally her brain has no filter. It just... and it's there on the page.
Yeah, Dan Allen went with Game of the Year, Last of Us. There won't be another AAA game with the impact of storytelling for a while. Studio, he was going to give it to Ubisoft because the Rayman games were exceptional. Far Cry, Blood Dragon was a good DLC. Splinter Cell Blacklist deserves some recognition, but they delayed Watch Dogs, so he gave it to Rockstar.
I love the logic. I'll be honest, Ubisoft deserve more credit.
Yeah.
And I'm no longer to have any investment in them, so
yeah.
I'm impartial again. I'm not going to keep trumping them. But if you look at what they've come out with...
what they've done this year...
They never get
Studio of the
recognition,
Year, they
do
should... Yeah.
they never seem to get recognition because they're big, but they're not big enough.
Yeah.
And the little ones tend to get more recognition than the mediocre ones.
And his most anticipated game is South Park Stick of Truth. That's it.
Yeah. Alright. I'm not quite sure.
Assuming the part at the end of the latest episode was just a joke. I'm not sure what we did at the end of the last episode.
I've no idea.
Fuck it.
What did we say?
Dan, tell us what we said. Put it in the comments.
Oh, it's been cancelled. I don't know if we said that, but I just want to disappoint him. Was there something along the lines of?
Yeah, I think there was. I think there was bad news that it got pushed back, and it was looking really dodgy because it has been pushed back again.
Nice. So yeah. Also, I was impressed that not a single person came out with Half-Life 3.
Yeah, but nobody's anticipating that anymore. Then there's a discussion about other things that could have got the thing. Why Valve isn't an option? Because Valve's a publisher, not a studio.
Yeah. Well, they are a studio as well.
Yeah, they are. But
it's awkward.
Yeah, but they didn't do anything last year that's worthwhile.
Yeah, fair point.
If it had been the year before, then there'd have been Portal 2 in there, and you really would have had to take them into account. You demanded somebody plays Gone Home.
Yes, please, somebody play Gone Home. Just because it won Best PC Game of the Year, and I can't be the only person I know to have played it, because I think it's shocking. I don't think it's a bad... No, I do. I think it's a bad game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad experience.
Yeah.
It's a bad game.
That's it.
There is no gameplay.
It's how you define it. You can't define it as a game. Yeah. It's an experience, and as an experience, it's brilliant. But as a game, it's... Well, I haven't played it yet, so I'm going on the general consensus.
Angsty teenage storyline that's been told 1,000 times. Retro music thrown in there to keep you going through it and give you the nostalgia effect. And a book shredded and thrown amongst the building that all looks the same. I've got
to ask, is the retro music young enough to be retro for you, or is it just that little bit too old?
It's properly, it's what I kind of know. So you do have this heart back to the past, which is great, but it doesn't feel like it adds anything. It's kind of one of those, kind of, hey look, we're throwing music, kind of like Grand Theft Auto. Look at all the cool music and clever witty things we've got on the radio. Doesn't make the game. No. It's just a bit of nice music to throw you back to a time gone.
Fair enough.
But at the end of the day, the story isn't anything new. The gameplay isn't existing.
Let's stop your rant before you get carried away. Move back
I've
on.
done it again.
Yeah.
I tried to be positive this time.
Deborah Croupiers feels that VGX missed Wildstar in the most anticipated games, but then they look at what the award show was actually like. They're not aimed at real gamers. They're aimed at 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
She's looking forward to trying it. Best game, she went with Battlefield 4 because the interaction with the environment was amazing.
Yeah. I'll be honest, if not for the bugs, I reckon BF4 would have had a better reception. Because it's an astounding game. But it's just plagued by a lot at the moment.
Yep. Alan O'Day went with Studio of the Year Nimblebit and Game of the Year Star Command.
I've heard a lot, but not actually seen it. So I can't pass any kind of comment.
But you can't fault Nimblebit because they've made an incredible game, and the fact that they've managed to re-release Tiny Tower Story as Tiny Death Star Story and make millions again.
Oh, it's annoying though, isn't it? It's like all we've done is actually reskinned it and made it a bit faster or slower. I can't remember which way they went. Faster. That's it. It's the same game, and even then, Zynga will probably rip it off again shortly. It frustrates me.
And most anticipated, he went with Tom Clancy's The Division. And I'm glad somebody did. Because it really, really, really looks good.
Who makes that one again?
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft are in for a good year, right?
Yeah, Ubisoft are in for
Watch Dogs, Division, The Crew.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good year. Probably another Assassin's Creed. Because it's Ubisoft.
Yeah. And Alec Rossbauer...
I don't believe anything he says.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't get too much praise. It's bloody Bioshock Infinite. It's time to stop pretending it was perfect. Last of Us, Short Irrational's Party, Studio of the Year, 505 and Trickstar for coming out with Ashes 2013, and then cancelling it 2 days after launch. And super excited for South Park because Obsidian make incredible RPGs.
So what I'm reading into this then is his most anticipated is clearly South Park.
Yep.
His Game of the Year, I guess, would be Last of Us based on that, and his term that it shat on Irrational's Party. And I would have to say Naughty Dog's probably his thing. But either way, I agree with him on Bioshock. It's been bummed constantly.
Yeah.
Everyone... Sorry, that's not the American term bummed, as in... I mean, like, literally, it's been done up the bum.
Sodomised.
Yeah. Because everyone loves it. And I don't get it. I know it's a good game, but it has its flaws, and it has many of them.
Yeah.
It's... I don't want to go into too much. There is a great review somewhere, I'm going to have to see if I can dig it out, where somebody just rips it to pieces.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic read, but I'll find it and
Well, anyway, we now need our talking point for the next one.
Yeah, because we've rambled for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We've got nowhere.
This is every week.
Yeah.
You
What was it? I remember you said something new.
I had something. Yeah. What are your plans, goals, achievements, aims for next year?
Is this our gaming New Year's resolution?
Well, it doesn't have to be gaming. It's just general.
Oh, right.
General aim for
Earn
next year.
£1 million.
Achievable.
Fuck off. I've got skills. I've got M&Ms.
No, you've got Skittles.
No. I almost bought both. I was going to say right then, but I thought I can't handle both. I can barely handle them. I've eaten about 3, I think, so far. Yeah. Totally the games and things.
Okay.
Work and job. Exercise. I don't know. The usual New Year's things. I'm going to promise that I'm going to exercise more, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to promise I'll play games more, which actually I've started to. I've started to play games now.
You've got a very easy one right there. Well, not in front of you, but...
Get married.
Yeah, you've got actually managed to get married. Don't fuck it up before.
Yeah. Get her down the aisle, basically. That's a poor choice of words. It could be misinterpreted slightly, couldn't it? Yeah, basically...
Don't fuck up the wedding. Don't fuck up the speech.
Take Fiona up the aisle. I gotta do a best man speech for my brother's wedding. That's going to be hilarious. That's practice for my speech at my wedding. I'm tempted to actually, because Fiona always sends me these links. You know, you get these over sentimental kind of, oh, this guy from Busted's done a best man speech. He serenaded everyone and sang about it, and it's great. That guy can sing and write music. Fantastic. Great for him. That just makes everyone else look bad. So I'm going to use my skills. I'm going to get a projector and Photoshop, and I'm going to make some kind of photo presentation. And I don't know where it's going to go from there. Probably divorce.
Yeah. You're going to do a Dave Gorman, and she's going to go, is it too late to one song?
Honestly, I think mine and my brother's speech is going to be the same. Google says a best man speech should start with this, followed by this, and then finish with this. And that is going to be the exact format for both of our speeches. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is why I made you best man for the stag do. Yeah. Because I thought it'd be funny to put my brother through best man on the day.
Yeah.
As
Also, he wouldn't pull up things.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair point. Well, the weird thing is, my brother has this kind of awkward. I sometimes think he's socially retarded. I get the impression he's going to come out with the most inappropriate thing for a wedding. Like completely going through X's and all sorts. He's like, no, shut up.
X's, positions and places.
Yeah, I dread to think what he's going to come out with, but I just hope it's good. The worst thing is, I've got to do my best man speech for him before he does it for me, so I can't have any retaliation. If he's an absolute arsehole on mine, I can't get back at him. Whereas if it was the other way around, I could have.
There are ways.
Yeah. Anyway, your new year?
Next year, hopefully getting more guest hosts on these podcasts. Because Mike wants to join us, so he's welcome to come and join us whenever he wants. Dan Allen hasn't been in a while.
If you do this kind of bi-weekly...
Yeah.
Or we did like a proper talky one, and then we'll discuss this afterwards. Carry on.
Improving the podcasts, basically.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's our...
Oh, I'm going to design a new website.
If we ever see the new 8-Bit Alliance site, I will be fucking amazed. I've got a couple of projects that I'm going to work on. I think that's mainly it. It's mainly improvements and continuing new projects and getting things up and running with YouTube better. Yeah, I think that's it. My goals are all technology based, basically.
In that case, I've got a project for you, but we'll discuss that afterwards.
Yeah.
Right. Woo!
No, that's it. So what are your goals for next year?
Yeah, New Year's resolutions of
I've
any kind.
I've got one goal that you can try and do this week. We want 100 people to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. 100! It's not that hard.
The thing is, we look unsuccessful, but I promise you, millions subscribe through iTunes. You can't see figures for iTunes, right?
No.
Yeah, millions. Billions subscribe through iTunes.
We know what the truth is.
Yeah.
And everybody knows what the truth is. If you're here watching it...
It's an excuse to get pissed, basically.
We'll see you at the pub next week.
Yeah, how do we stop this?
If you're watching this, you probably just finished watching either our Talking Point or Drinky Talky Thingy videos on for this week. There would be a nice outro sequence that had both of us in it, and there was one recorded. I've accidentally deleted it from my hard drive, so this is a very short one. It will be replaced next week. If you liked the video, then please hit that like button down below. It doesn't bother me whether you do or don't, but YouTube seems to like it. It apparently is part of their algorithm that lets people see this video that don't normally. Also, if you aren't already subscribed, chances are you already are, then also hit that subscribe button. It would be great to think people actually like us, but we do this anyway, whether you like us or not. If you want to contact us, then obviously there's the comments below. There is Facebook, which you can get to via our nice shortcut, 8bitalliance.com/Facebook. You're on the YouTube channel probably, but if you're not, it's 8bitalliance.com/YouTube. Twitter, we've got at DrunkenGamer, which is me, at D_Gow, which is Gow, and at 8-Bit Alliance, which is the podcast feed itself, which effectively is just me. So you can tweet that one, but you're just as easy tweeting me. Other than that, we'll be back with the next episode shortly, and until then, please consider looking at these videos over here. If I've done this outro right, there should be videos there. If not, then just ignore my waving finger. It just makes me look silly.